Today I'm coming to you from our four-wheel drive where I'm pulling our ripper on a field that's been in our family for over 137 years. This field right here has actually never been owned by someone different than my family's last name, because my great-great-grandfather, when he came over from Germany, this was the field that he homesteaded, and ever since then, for 137 years, my family has farmed this dirt. Hopped out of the cab. Since today's the first actually full day I'm going to be running the four-wheel drive, I figured it's early in the day, I better get out, see what kind of job quality we're doing, and leaving here in the cornstalk residue. Looks like it's doing a pretty good job, not leaving a ton of huge chunks or clumps of dirt behind. The thing I'm not loving is I'm not able to use our rolling baskets because they got all compacted and filled with mud. They shouldn't be looking like this. It should look something more like this, and this is a nice finishing tool to level off the seed bed preparation for next spring. But since the soils are a little bit too wet and tacky, I just have these hydraulically raised up, so we won't be using the hydraulic baskets today. Anytime I do field work out at this field, it always reminds me of the story my grandpa used to say about his hired man named Charlie. So Charlie, no matter where he went, anywhere on the farm, he always had his wallet in his back pocket. And well, one day, when he was cultivating out at this field, he lost his wallet. And that night, my grandpa said he spent hours looking to find his wallet in this massive 60-acre field. A small wallet, huge field, pretty much impossible. Well, he never did locate his wallet, and here we are 65 years later, and we've still yet to dig up or even find the wallet that's probably still somewhere out here in this field. It is kind of surprising that we've never located or found the wallet since then, just because we're out here every spring picking rocks. But for those of you that farm, you know, whether you set a wrench down on the dirt or a 10mm socket, it's almost impossible to come back and find it. You do sometimes get lucky and find things years down the road, but normally it's gone. Of the 5 generations of my family that's done field work here at this farm, I think it's going to be pretty safe to say I'm the only one that's ever recorded it with a drone. While I got the drone up in the air, if you do happen to see what you think is a wallet out here in the field, let me know down below in the comments, and I'll even split the winnings with you if you do happen to find the wallet out in this field. Thankfully, because of GPS and auto steer, I'm able to run the drone and complete tillage at the same time, but it does make a guy wonder, what were farmers doing back in the old days when they were running equipment before phones and radios? This right here is another reason why I believe my ancestors settled here at this farm. No, not the fact that that way somebody can bring them something to eat, but there's actually a creek that runs all the way around our place. The cattle would come to the creek to get water, and then they would come across. We have a little land bridge right there, and they would come over here into the field, and they could eat some of the leftover corn and residue from this field, and it worked really good. But because we no longer have livestock, the only real main purpose of that land bridge is for Mom to bring me something to eat. Well, let's get the tractor back set to GPS. There we go. Let's dig into our lunch pail to see what Mom packed me for today. Let's dig in and see what we got. First thing on the menu looks to be Tator-Tot Hotdish. I'd say we easily have this 3 to 4 times throughout harvest. Seems to be a staple up here in Minnesota. It's one of my personal favorites. If you've never had or even tried Tator-Tot Hotdish, I strongly recommend that you give it a shot. Personally, I'm a better eater than a cooker, so I don't know all the ingredients that are in here, but I'll put down below the recipe that my mom uses down below in the description if you want to give it a try yourself. Now that the Tator-Tot Hotdish container is empty, let's see what we else have packed. Looks like, hang on, we gotta turn around here. Looks like we got some grapes and an apple and and even a little dessert. For dessert, I got a half-eaten Special K bar. The reason it's half-eaten is because I couldn't wait to try to make a video, so I had a couple bites out of it before. But a Special K bar is basically a Rice Krispie bar, a little bit of chocolate on top. It's a solid dessert option for the day. Now that lunch is over, we're into the hard part of the afternoon where I need to work right next to these ponds here in the field. And it's kind of intimidating because in a $1 million machine, you hate to get too close and see an accident happen. Just finished this 60-acre field. It took right around 6 hours. It takes a while because it's got a large waterway. I have to go around all those ponds. But now that that one's done, there's one other 5-acre piece that's cut off from this field because of that little creek that goes through it. So there's a 5-acre piece directly behind our farm place that I'm going to zip the ripper over to that field. And we're going to see if we can hammer that one out yet today too. Now I should just have to come in here and change which field I'm going to be working. That way it'll auto-populate my new guidance line. This here is going to be our last pass of tillage for the year. It's a good feeling that we're done combining, going to be done with tillage. That way we can get all of our equipment washed up back into the shed. That way we can start working on some of our winter projects. Woohoo! And there you have it. We are done with our fall 2023 field work. We still have a ton of work to do with cleaning up all this equipment and getting it parked away. But the next tractor I'll personally be driving will more than likely be our snow pusher, because the next season that comes up here in Southwest Minnesota is winter. But that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks so much everyone for watching, and we'll see ya in the next one.